Hey guys, it's Julia, and for today's video I'm going to be doing the mid-year book freakout tag, and I'll list the two creators down below because I don't remember them off the top of my head, but I will list them down below. Plus I'm pretty sure one of them is also a blogger, so I'll list those down below with the links and everything. And yeah, let's just get into this tag. I'm really excited to do it, and let's do the tag. Yep. The first question is best book you've read so far in 2015, and personally for me, I can't choose one book, like that's my favorite book that I read this year, but I do have quite a list. And personally for this video I'm not going to be holding up the books, I'll just be doing the photos just because it's a lot easier to do, and some of them are repeats and it's just a lot easier to do and for some tags like this, so that's what I'll be doing. But for that I chose The Shining, My Heart and Other Black Holes, which I adored both of those, The Shining more than almost all of them. Definitely City of Heavenly Fire and Clockwork Princess, and also the Death Note series was a favorite because I just loved it so much. It was a lot of fun, so that's my answer. And the second question is best sequel you've read so far this year. So my answer for that is Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare, the third book, and then From the Vices trilogy, and Stone Cold Touch by Jennifer L. Armentrout, which is the second book in the Dark Elements trilogy, because both of them were phenomenal. Both of them were such a step up from the first book, so I have to say both. I'm sorry, new release that you haven't read yet but you want to, and my answers are An Ember in the Ashes by Sapphire. That book's gotten a lot of buzz and I've been holding it off on that I've been holding off on reading it for that reason, and same with these other two, which is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas and and Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. All those books I really want to read. They have so much hype, like a ton around them, and that's why I haven't read them yet, but I do want to get to them. An Ember in the Ashes I think I'm more interested in than the other two, just because Avatar, love triangles, don't do it for me. They're okay, depends how they're done. And Red Queen, I don't know, fantasy scares me, but I don't know why I'm more intrigued to go read An Ember in the Ashes, just like that Roman setting I guess that I've heard about, and it's beautiful, so yeah. Is most anticipated release for the second half of the year, and this was actually difficult for me because I couldn't really think of one off the top of my head. I'm probably gonna think of them after this and I'll be like, oh, but well, I do want to read Everything by Nicola Yoon, and I know that that one's about someone who's allergic to everything, and then basically someone moves in next door, and that kind of, I don't know, inspires her to, I don't know. And then on my list here was Lady Midnight. On my list was Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, the first book in the Dark Artifact series. That's so cool to say. And that comes out in 2016, I believe, so oops, but whatever. And Every Last Breath is coming out, the third book in the Dark Elements trilogy, and that comes out on July 28th, so not really the second half, but July 28th it comes out. I'm also really excited, I don't know when this one's being released, but I'm really excited for, one, I'm excited for the book After the Air, whatever that is, the fourth book in the Selection series, I guess. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the fifth book in the Selection series. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the last one out of them all. And also the third book in the Bill Hodges trilogy by Stephen King. I don't know when that one's coming out. I know there's a title for it, but I don't remember it. But I don't know when it's coming out. I don't think it even has a release date yet. Maybe I missed it. I don't know. So that's one of them. And the fifth question is biggest disappointment. And I'm sorry for this, but one is going to be Girl Online by Zoe Sugg. I didn't go into this with too high standards, but it was kind of a letdown. I think I will still read the second book that's going to come out because just of the way that one ended. I think the second book could be a lot better because of things that happened that I can't say because of spoilers and stuff, but it was kind of a letdown, and I kind of expected more from it just because the books by YouTubers I've read already were like at least 4 stars for me, but it still wasn't horrible, but yeah. And also Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. I was so mad about this one because I really wanted to love it, but I wasn't in the mood for contemporary when I read it. That could be part of the reason why, But all in all, I just was so disappointed. I was like, why was this? Why? I didn't understand, but hopefully I like Margaret Matson's other books because, yeah. And number 6 is Biggest Surprise. And for me, I'm going with Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover just because I did not think the Friends with Benefits thing, well, Neighbors with Benefits thing would be something I was interested in reading or something that I enjoyed. Also, I'm gonna go with, don't kill me, 50 Shades Darker by E.L. James, just because it was a good step up from the first book, and it did include a lot of things, and there's a lot of character development and big surprises and shocks and everything, so I have to put that one in here just as a surprise, I guess. And also The Enchanted by Renee Denfeld, because it was really interesting and really gripping, and I love that book. 7 is new author, like a debut author you discovered, or that could be an author who's new to you. So for mine, I'm going with Jasmine Warga, the author of My Heart and Other Black Hole, just because I adored it. Also, I'm going with Colleen Hoover because I got into her books this year and they're incredible. So if you haven't read Colleen Hoover, you should read Colleen Hoover. And also Jennifer Armentrout. I've read the 2 books in the Dark Elements trilogy, which I loved. White Hot Kiss, which I also have a review for, and Stone Cold Touch, which I'm going to film a review for when I'm done filming this video. So yeah. And ooh, the 8th question is newest fictional crush. So first I was like, I don't know, and then I was like, wait a minute, I know. And then I like sat in front of my bookshelf and I was like, okay, yep, I love them. But hold on, let me get my list. Roth is definitely at the top of the list because I love Roth. Jace and Will from the Shadowhunter Chronicle books, and Jem. I love Jem. Owen from Confess and Warner from Shatter Me. Definitely Warner and Roth are at the top, and Jace. So yeah. And the 9th one was newest favorite character, and for me, I'm going with Tessa, Gray, and Juliet. And Tessa was our main character in the From the Vices trilogy, and she was a really nice main character to follow. I liked her more than Clary, so I did enjoy reading from her perspective. And also Juliet had so much character development, and she definitely became top of the list of my favorite characters. So yeah. Number 10 is a book that made you cry, and I'm not really a book crier, like I just don't, but there's books that have made me want to cry, and I'm just lying there and I can't stop thinking about it for days, and I can't read for days, and pretty much I'm in a book hangover. And that for me was, why am I holding a pen? Sorry. That for me was Clockwork Princess, because that book kills you. It kills you, but don't be scared. It's worth it. It's wonderful. I don't regret reading it at all. It was big and it was wonderful, so read that. And 11 is a book that made you happy, and for me, I'm going with the selection books that I've read so far, particularly the first 3, the actual trilogy. But those books were so much fun for me. I love them. They were such like a really fun ride and an adventure, and I really enjoyed those books. They were fun. And also Work in Progress by Connor Franta, because that book was just, well, beautiful, like beautifully, like it was beautiful. It was very well written and very poetic, and it was really well done, so I gotta give Connor a lot of credit for that one. Sorry, I'm kind of coming down off the cold too, sadly, so I'm blah. 12 is book to movie adaptation that was your favorite that you've seen this year. I haven't seen any, I don't think, so I can't answer this. Sorry. Number 13 is favorite video you filmed this year, and probably I have 3 answers for this, and that definitely has to be most of basically all my wrap-ups of the month, just because they're my favorite to film ever, and they're always my favorite. They're always long, but they're always my favorite videos to film, so I really enjoy those. Also, my music taste video, I really worked my butt off on editing that one and getting it to how I wanted. There's a lot of mess ups in it just because it was filmed a while ago, and also the collabs I've done. So the collab I did with Mitchell and stuff, I will leave most of those, I'll leave the playlist for the wrap-ups down below and the other 2 videos down below, because those were all really fun to film and I enjoy filming those types. 14 is prettiest, like the prettier book you bought this year, like your most beautiful book you bought, and like cover wise, by the way. But I think so. I have to say Made You Up by Francesca Zappia. I'm going with that one. And I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. I haven't read I'll Give You the Sun yet, but it is a beautiful cover. So yeah. And the last question is, what books do you really want to get to in the other half of the year? And I really want to get to the Bane Chronicles by Cassandra Clare, and I think, hold on, Maria Johnson, 2 other people wrote it too. But I do want to get to that because that's like one of the last Shadowhunter books that I have to read is the Bane Chronicles, so I want to get to that one. And also the Harry Potter series. Yeah, sorry. The Grisha trilogy I also want to read. So those are kind of at the top of the list, I guess. But also some of my Stephen King books like Salem's Lot. I really have to finish Cujo. Night Shift, which is a collection of his short stories. Dr. Sleep I have to finish. So yeah. Oh, I also want to get to Red Rising by Pierce Brown, because Pierce Brown, well, I've heard good things about the book, plus Pierce Brown is a very attractive male, so yeah. So yeah, but thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you are interested in this tag, please give it a shot. It's a lot of fun to film, and also to look back on when you're closer to the end of the year and you want to compare your reading year overall. I think it'll be easier to watch 20-year-old videos like this to compare your reading for the overall year, just for, you know, the front half, you know. But I hope you enjoyed it, and please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I really appreciate it. Like, I appreciate it, so thank you. And I appreciate you guys who comment on my videos, so if you guys want, you can leave a comment about any of the books I talked about, or tell me your answers down below if you wish. Okay, I love responding to comments, so I will see you guys very soon with a new video. Bye bye.